Behind every community is hard work you rarely see. Today, I'll tour for Cat is on the ground with R&R Sewer as they turn open land into future homes. This is what building America looks like.
Yesterday this was standing water. A little bit of sun and wind goes a long way.
Today, we're in Portage, Indiana, where open land is being turned into a 225-lot housing community. R&R Sewer is responsible for installing the water and sewer infrastructure that will support the housing development.
So this crew over here right now, they are installing 18-inch RCP concrete pipe for storm sewer. They have just set a manhole and an inlet, and now they're going to go across the road. They're going to set another manhole labeled 107 right there, and then they'll continue on to the backyard. So there'll be curb drains here in the road.
Yeah. I see they're running a 336.
Yes, yep.
How long have you guys had that?
Actually, neat fact, that was one of the very first 336 next gens to this area as soon as they came out in, I think, fall of 2018, spring of 19. And we had the engineers from Japan come out and go over the machine actually after we had it for a short amount of time.
Really?
With my dad. But yeah, we've had that since 2019. That was one of the first ones. I can say that I have had almost zero problems with it. It's got 6,500 hours on it right now.
You were talking to me earlier about the coupler system. I see them switching buckets pretty often.
Yep.
You want to talk about your experience with that a little bit?
Yeah, the Cat Fusion system makes things substantially easier for a pipe installer. If they're digging for a trench box or storm sewer structures or any structures, they use their bigger bucket. When they dig for a pipe cut to put in pipe, they'll use a 36-inch bucket, and that saves down on time, saves money on stone, material, things like that. You use different buckets for different projects.
Let's pivot real quick right over here. I see this track loader driving by.
Yep.
You were talking about those a little bit. Tell me
Yes.
what's going on here.
So the track loaders are used when the site conditions are muddy like this, where you just can't get around with the wheel loader and you need steel dozer tracks. We couldn't do this job without them. They also have fusion couplers on them. All my wheel loaders and track loaders, all the work tools are interchangeable. So the stone buckets, the digging buckets with teeth on them, and the forks, whether they're 6-foot forks or 8-foot forks, are all interchangeable. This will be a new subdivision through Lennar Homes, about 225 lots. We'll be done with the pipe work here right around Thanksgiving, and then they're hoping to pave everything before the asphalt plants before the end of the year.
Okay.
And then the rest of the completion will be sometime in the spring. This crew over here is doing 36-inch storm sewer. It's a main trunk line that comes from the pond over there, runs up, and then it'll drain, it all goes by areas, but it'll drain the road, backyards, it'll end up going out to that road over there. Operator really likes the 340 over the 336 with the wider undercarriage. The machine is way more balanced with the hydraulics than the 336 was, the original next gen.
Sure, yeah.
It's a great middle ground machine.
You guys kind of take pride in your preventative
Yep,
maintenance and
yep,
making sure
yep.
you're on top of all your
Yes.
stuff like that. How effective or how far does that go in equipment life when you're on top of that stuff?
You know, I've had fantastic luck with motors, and I do oil samples, coolant samples, hydraulic oil samples.
Sure.
I've had great luck with them. I keep on my maintenance, and I have no major breakdowns. Most of our fleet is all within 5,000 hours or under, besides a couple things. My mainline machines, the excavators, I try to keep them newer, but I've been having great luck with that 336 is the oldest one here.
I know you kind of talked about it a little bit, but I'd be interested to just kind of hear your overall philosophy about like fleet management. Like you talked about, you're often buying used, sometimes out of the rental
Yep,
fleets.
yep.
And then you don't typically keep things over 10,000 hours.
No.
Do you have like a philosophy around it, or is it
My
just
whole
all...
thing is time is money.
Sure.
The more time that a machine is down or guys are standing around, each crew has 2 operators and 3 laborers. So if they're waiting on a backhoe to get fixed, you're losing a day of crew time while they're standing around.
Yeah.
So it doesn't pay for me to run older equipment that requires maintenance constantly.
Yeah.
And if you want to have the top operators, you gotta have new equipment.
Yeah.
We try to do everything we can in-house and whatever is the most efficient for me.
Yeah.
To do all my maintenance, all my repairs, and the most efficient thing to do is to keep it all Caterpillar with Vision Link and the dealer that I have a relationship with.
Yeah.
Right here, what we have is a storm sewer crossing. This is the middle of the road. This is the curb line. And these are called, like right here is called a flat top. And then behind us, a flat top. That goes on top of these structures, and then down the road, this is where the water drains.
Sure.
And this is what that crew is doing right here. It's a main trunk line from the pond, which is straight that way, and it comes up the middle, and it's a bunch of drains that drain into one system, and it goes all to the pond. And this will drain the road. The next set of drains is way down there, and then there's another set of drains right there. So when it rains, when it snows, once everything's paved, it all goes to one point within a certain amount of footage, down the curb, and then to a pond.
Yeah. So if somebody doesn't know, describe what a water main is, why it's important. Like super high level.
Yes. So water main is where everybody gets their drinking water from. Usually there's main trunk lines that run past down roads, and then for a new subdivision, you tie into a main trunk line that's called a feeder line, and then you put your water main down the roads. And then it goes to a B box called the Buffalo box in your front yard. That's where the water turns on and off. The water company turns your water on and off. And then it goes from there into the house.
Long story short, you don't get your water without this guy. I think what's been kind of crazy to me since I, got into this industry only 3 years ago, like what you were saying, nobody has any idea how many companies and how many people it takes and how many different things have to happen to put together a single subdivision like this.
It's a very large undertaking. This crew right here is putting water main in the ground, 8-inch C900 water main. They get the pipe off of there, they're keeping it clean on the forks and a steel road plate. They hook the pipe, bring it over to the gentleman in the hole, and then he ensures the seal is good, and then they put the pipe together.
Alrighty, I think that just about does it for our job site tour. Thank you to Justin and R&R for having us out. Anything you want to close with?
No, thank you very much. Caterpillar's been a great partner for us. They're welcome to come out anytime.
Alrighty, thank you guys.